So, hey Virgo, my name is Chris, and guess what? I'm Virgo as well. So I'm just doing a small 4, maybe 5 card reading. So the center is freeing yourself, right? Focus on what you want to create. There's the Ace of Swords, there's the Queen of Swords. That's kind of the crossing energy, but not doing the Celtic cross, by the way. I'm just doing a little bit of cross here. There's the 10 of Wands in the past energy. Then what comes next is the 4 of Swords. A lot of Swords energy coming together here. The foundation, more Swords energy with the 5 of Swords. And what else we got? There's the Fool in the Crown. And bottom of the deck, the 8. So it looks like there is something new coming towards you, right? 8 of Wands, very fast supportive energy. You're coming from a dirty conflict. You're coming from something that was pretty heavy, weighing you down, right? It was kind of, there's the Fool card here, so there is a new beginning. So overall, it looks pretty good, right? 2026 is the year where everything starts to click, where the old system is going down, where the new system is coming up or coming online, so to speak. When I say online, I just mean we're all tapping into this consciousness collectively as humanity. So this is true for you as well, for me as well, for all of us, basically. And there might be this heaviness still in you. When you think about the last 9 or 10 years, might have been pretty dark, might have been pretty, if this is an empath channel, right? If you're an empathic human being, chances are might have not been so great, right? And there was some ending that was pretty heavy, and you kind of, this is the dirty fight. And the dirty fight is over. That's the foundation. That's the good news. So do no longer participate in any toxicity. Do not, do not negotiate with people that you have dealt with before. If it did not went so well, just let it go. Let it be over. Do not defend, do not engage, do not personalize, do not explain anything. Whether it was narcissistic abuse, whether it was a job that was just completely toxic, whether it was whatever, right? It's over, and there is a heaviness to it. But there's also a new consciousness and a beginner's mind. And the way you go forward in all this heaviness and all this, if you watch the news, right? Gas prices are exploding, right? There's war everywhere. There's chaos everywhere. That looks pretty worrisome. So the question is, how do you deal with your consciousness here? Do not go back into the conflict. Do not go back into drama, into discussing or explaining or arguing with toxic people. Keep your focus on what you want to create. There's a new beginning here. You're freeing yourself. The Queen of Swords in the center and the Ace of Swords in the center, right? So you get a new consciousness. You learned a lot. You transformed your mind. And now you're going forward to free yourself. And the crown of your reading is the Fool card, the new beginning. And the way you do this is to favorize, or to prioritize, I should say, peace of mind. So you don't need to prove anything to anybody. In this economy, it's hard to get by, right? Everything is getting more and more expensive. There are layoffs, it's tough out there. So do not try to be perfect. Just try to do one step at a time and prioritize your peace of mind. And the best way to do this is through meditation, to breath work. So you can, wherever you are, whatever you do, you can do 5 seconds in, and then you push out, really you breathe out completely for 10 seconds. And if you can't do 10 seconds, you shouldn't get dizzy or anything. You can do 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out, 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out, right? But the out breath should be 2 times longer than the in breath. That's how you release negativity. That's how you stabilize yourself. That's how you focus not on all this heaviness, not on all these antagonistic energies, right? But on inner peace, and you focus on what you want to create. And you get a new beginning here, you get a new consciousness here. Give it everything you've got. Not in the sense that you exhaust yourself, not in the sense that that you're a go-getter and, double down on your efforts and something like that. But give it everything in the term of loving, compassionate, self-compassionate attention and focus. So leave the old drama shit behind as best as you can. Deal with it if you have to deal with it, but try to focus everything you've got on a peaceful, undramatic life, right? Contentment over approval, right? You don't need to be recognized. You don't need to be approved. You don't need to impress anybody. You just have to focus on a happy, joyful life. And the best way to do that is to cultivate inner peace. Yeah, there is the Five of Pentacles clearing the Queen of Swords. So yeah, there might have been a hard time. There is the Queen of Wands and the Ace of Swords. You're waking up. There's the devil here as well in the past. Your inner peace is your best bet. Try not to force anything. Bottom of the deck, Four of Pentacles. You held on to something that was very important to you. You still got that, whether it's a qualification or capability, a talent maybe. You can build on that, but try to aim a little lower. Try to, there's so much toxicity attached to, it feels almost as if somebody exploited you, as if somebody was totally toxic, right? And you trying to make it, you trying to double down on your efforts, I think that was exploited. And you shouldn't do that. You should be yourself a friend. In that new beginning, there's the Fool card is clarified by the Strength card. So whatever you do in 2026 and the year that are coming, don't make it so hard. Be yourself a friend. It's much more important to, keep your inner peace and be happy in the moment, in what it is that you're doing. Because working harder, being hard to yourself, that did not work. That's for sure. There's the devil attached to this Ten of Wands. There is you're waking up from this with the Five of Swords. You're freeing yourself from that, maybe even exploitation, or somebody else exploited you. State your will, speak your truth, state your will. That's very important. That's one of these quotes here. Remember that evil is not on one side, but evil is in the extremes, in every form of one-sidedness, right? So keep it in a balance, keep your inner balance, keep your inner peace. And sometimes, it's for someone out there, it's better to be alone than to be in bad company. So you're freeing yourself, you're beginning a new chapter, and the old chapter was just very, very toxic. Can we just say that? Pendragon sword, and this is all about keeping the balance, being yourself a friend, not trying to impress people, not trying to, you know, work so freaking hard. Time to let go. That's Groundhog Spirit. Groundhog Spirit. Whatever you left behind in some sort of toxic past, right? You cannot bring that back by giving it more energy. So you should focus all of your energy, you know, shrug your shoulders, dust yourself off, whatever happened, and then protect your inner peace one step at a time. Try not to force anything. Trust the universe, trust your vision of yourself, small incremental steps, and keep your inner peace. And the best way to do that, if you have the time, go for a walk every day, right? Connect to nature in some sort of way. You can ride your bike, you can go swimming, you can, you know, do something physically, move your body in nature ideally. Do that every day. That's super helpful to ground you, to bring you in a balance, right? And then, as I said, do breath work, 5 seconds in, 10 seconds out. 4 seconds in, 8 seconds out, 3 seconds in, 6 seconds out. You get the idea. The out breath should be longer than the in breath. Releasing negativity. If you can do that 15 minutes, half an hour every day, that's super helpful. And then do the same amount of time in meditation. So if you can do that, then you're just protecting your inner peace, and you don't have to do it all at once, right? If you have not done this before, start with something. Pick something. Pick either breathwork or sport or fitness or whatever, you know, physical activity. And then you do that every day, and you build kind of new habits, basically, that protect your inner peace and give you a sense of balance back. That's how you do it. Ace of Pentacles is attached to that. Try not to force it. Be yourself a friend. You're coming from, and we are all coming from, 2025, which was kind of a year of hell, right? For decent human beings, it certainly was. So we're coming from that, but we're going towards something much better. And the most important message here for this transition is focus on what you want to create. Do not fight the old system. Focus on what you want to create. The most important skill, the most important frequency is inner peace. Good sleep, physical activity, breathwork, meditation. If you can do that, or at least something of it, install something of it in your daily life, this is how we're going forward. And it will get better, you know, even if you watch the news, it looks like a mess. But slow and steady wins the race here. That's all I got. Check out the spring reading, check out the yearly reading. Share, like, subscribe, leave a comment, let me know what you think about it, and hopefully see you next time. Now, bye.